Hi, my name's Jim Deal. I'm in the San Diego area, and I've been in the financial services industry probably about 20 years. Used to have a securities license, work with mutual funds, that type of thing. And I was fortunate enough to become aware of our monetary system several years ago. Like many of you out there, I read The Creature from Jekyll Island, which was quite an eye-opener. And since then, I've been keenly aware and following the whole financial market, the financial industry, the trends that are going on. Also, was fortunate enough to meet up with a gentleman that worked with Man Financial, one of the largest future options brokers in the world. And he was informing me. I've been working with Steve now for about 10 years and just enlightening us on what was going on in the economy. Well, long story short, I became very aware of the value of gold and precious metals as opposed to our funny money system, which is what I like to call it. Because basically what we're doing is we're passing around IOUs, debt instruments, and there really is no value behind our monetary system. Well, this was a concern because it takes, over time, the system's going to collapse. It's just inevitable. The analogy I heard, which was a great one, is if you have a $50,000 credit card and you max out the card, and all of a sudden you have no income and no way to pay for the card, what do? Well, you go back to the issuer of the card and you say, please extend my credit or increase or raise my debt ceiling, if you will. And so they say, fine, we'll give you another 25. So now I have a total debt of 75. I take the 25 of new debt to pay off the 50 plus the 25. Well, guess where that goes? If you have no money, you eventually now have a $75,000 debt. You have nothing, nowhere to go, nowhere to pay, so you have to raise it again. Well, that's the system that we're in. It is doomed for failure. And if you understand that, you will realize that metals can only go up in value because it takes more of this funny money to buy gold and silver. Well, anyway, the problem was that nobody was actually taking action. Either they didn't know what was going on, or they didn't have a vehicle or a means to take advantage of the system of utilizing metals. Well, KB actually came up with a system that was genius. And what they did is they really eliminated what I consider the 5 major obstacles to purchasing gold. One, I can't afford it. Right now, just to get an ounce, it's over $1,800. Well, you know, most people don't have $1,800, but most people can handle $80 a month. Well, that's what KB does. It allows you to buy gold in very small bite-sized pieces. So that was genius. The other issue I found with people buying gold and why they didn't is if I buy it, I'm stuck with gold. What am I going to do with it? Nobody else wants it. Well, you can liquidate your gold. The way KB's set up, you can actually liquidate your gold, turn it back into cash if you want to, have it transferred to a debit card, take your cash out. Now, why you'd want to do that, I don't know, but they've made that possible. I can't actually use my gold. Well, KB's vision is to actually provide an alternate means of handling and doing business utilizing gold as opposed to paper money. And the way they've done it is they put it in these little bite-sized cards that are certified by a third party, and therefore vendors are more willing to accept it. Where do I store it? Well, that's another beauty of KB. They provide free storage, and they provide it in the same place that the Swiss government stores their money, so that's pretty cool. And the last thing I would say is I don't have much to save. Well, that's the last part of the piece of the puzzle that KB answers, and they will actually pay you to refer their service. So if you worked at had a great bank account and it was paying better interest than anybody else, and would you refer your friends to that? Of course you would, because it's a better place to save money. Well, what if they said, we'll actually give you some of the profits that we make off that savings account out of our pocket for you recommending our savings account? Would that be of interest to you? Well, absolutely. So that's what KB does, is it provides a way to incent us to get the word out and let people know what's going on with KB Gold. So KB has everything, solves all the problems. There is no obstacles. There's no reason why anybody can't participate in this program. And so we encourage you to get involved. Thanks.